Alright, here we are on our 1995 Ford F-250 for the running and driving video. Got all the lights and blinkers going. Got it nice and warmed up and ready to do some driving. We'll do a little bit of city driving, go up a hill, do some stopping, hit some potholes, show you how solid it is, how it handles itself, and hopefully if traffic, you can see the cargo light comes on. If traffic allows, we'll get on the freeway. You can see the seatbelt retracts every time, which is nice. That's, kind of comes with a low mile truck. You can see all your lights working, gauges working, both tank switches work. It's just on low, just a little bit above E. Turn off the four ways. As you can see, we're on a hill. We'll go ahead and put it in neutral. Foot's not on the brake, so you know the e-brake works good. But there you can see the gauge, so we'll go ahead and flip it over to the one that's got a bunch of fuel. We'll turn the overdrive off. It's nice and cold in here, ice cold AC. You can hear the blower motor, just sounds perfect. No issues. The window squirters work. All right. Get going. This truck actually really gets up and scoots. It's a blast to drive. That's the hill we'll hit. It's a pretty steep hill. So you can see how it does under load. Alright, so we're gonna get going here. Just giving it normal, medium throttle, or as you kind of typically drive. About 45, there's some potholes. We're gonna speed it up to about 50, 55. There's some potholes you can see. Soaks it up nice. Get a little bit of rattling through the glove box, which is kind of typical. No cracks or chips in the glass. Kind of hear we're barely getting any gas. You can hear that intake kind of pulling air in, but floored it there just so you can hear it gets up and scoots. And it really, it's not for everybody, but some people like a super quiet ride, but to me it makes it blast. Driving that 460 and hearing it work when you put the pedal down and get on it, makes for a fun drive. Stop's really nice. The brakes were gone through, so no pulsating or shaking or anything. It's got a good pedal on it. Stop's nice and straight. It's a regular cabin. It's easy to see out of. It's got a leveling kit, but it's not raised up and beyond usability or make uncomfortable. Your windshield wipers work on all settings. Broke loose a little bit there, but it's got the C5 axle code in it, so it's the 410 limited slip. It's basically all stock inside except for the trailer brake controller. All the wing windows close and lock nicely, nice and stiff, so they're not flapping in the wind when they are open. They stay in any position you put them at. I'm going to turn the overdrive on because we're going to get on the freeway here. Might have to do a little bit, might have to go real slow and let the person in front of us kind of get out there so we can get on this thing. But everything on this thing works. It's a non-smoker. From the factory stereo, it's never been swapped out. Power windows, power door locks, heat, all that stuff. Nice firm, steering. So we're just that was just light throttle getting on the highway. We're doing about 50. And that's pretty much to the floor. So we'll go ahead and let off here a little bit so we don't climb up on these people too much. And then I'll get stopped up here. It's got the automatic front hubs. So it's just a shift on the fly. You can shift it into four-wheel from the floor there as you're going. If you want to go into four-low, you got to stop. But as you can see, we're trying to go up a pretty good hill here, and there's no need to downshift or anything. But I'll floor it so you can see how it downshifts, and I'll let off a little bit and upshifts it go. So just a super solid, well-rounded, honest truck. Not a lot of questions on this one. It's just a good old workhorse. And it looks really good too. The dark metallic green was always a good color. It's always been one of my favorite Ford colors, and then with the tan interior, it's got a nice, nice look to it. The stance looks good with the tires and the wheels. So I'll get stopped up here and but it's a blast to drive this thing. This guy's got a ton of juice to it. So I'll go ahead and get pulled over. Alright. I mean, you can see how it turns. There's no binding in the ball joints, no play in the steering. You're not fishing the steering wheel going down the road. The wiper motors have been replaced. They move really nice and fast. The power door locks, all that stuff. Go ahead and crank up the stereo.
You got everybody looking.
Decent sounding little stereo. It's got cruise control. Four high, boom, you just click that in. Light goes in, push it up, and goes back out. And then if you want to go 4 low, you got to bring it all the way down. But you got to make sure you're stopped to go into 4 low. So that's it. It's going to go in no reserve. You got your rear slider that locks. That's nice. And every single thing on this thing works. There's not one piece missing or not working. So good luck.